Welcome back to Investing with Confidence, sponsored by Online Trading Academy. And we are talking about trading and investing stocks, options, futures, Forex, cryptocurrency, income strategies, also wealth strategies. And that's what we're going to talk about on this segment is wealth building strategies. I am Josh Littlequist. If you happen to miss tickets for that investing class in the last segment, text right now. Text investing to the number 210. I'll let you get your phone ready. Text investing to the number 210. This is for 2 free tickets, one for you and one for a friend for the investing class at Online Trading Academy. Also, you have a insider's kit that will help you get started right away. So when you text in, you're going to get that just for signing up for this investing class at our local academies. So, Al, in that last segment, we were talking about the different income strategies, and it takes multiple income strategies to build wealth. And I was actually having an interesting conversation. I was doing some traveling, Al, as you know, yesterday, and I was at dinner, and we were just talking at the restaurant, and someone had asked me, everybody always asks, "Oh, what are you in town for?" and all that stuff. So we were talking about it. So we got into talking about 401ks, and this nice young gal was just talking about, she has a 401k, makes really good money, she says, but her 401k just isn't doing anything. It's not growing like she hopes it would, and so she's maxing it out. She's putting the max in there, and she was getting a match for that as well, which I thought was it's always a good thing to get the match and everything because it's teaching people how to save. But we were just talking about it, and she's like, "Gosh, I don't understand why it just they tell us to put all our money in a 401k, but nobody's retiring. Nobody is retiring with enough money. If they are retiring, they're living off a quote-unquote fixed income." And she was probably in her late 40s, maybe early 50s. And she's like, "I don't want to just live off a fixed income during retirement time." So she's like, "Well, what can I do differently?" So we talked about some of the different opportunities that are out there. And that's kind of what I want to discuss here on this segment here, Al, is how do people, and how do you help people actually here at the Academy, at Online Trading Academy, help people build a wealth strategy. Say somebody is in their 50s or even 60s, and they're trying to retire, but they just don't have enough, so they feel they may have to work forever. What do you do in that situation to at least give people some hope?
Well, I think, first of all, it's pointing out why we have a retirement crisis. Why is there such a retirement crisis? You mentioned in that last segment that people are becoming more aware of what they have in their portfolios. Well, up until the beginning of this year, really, when people opened their portfolios, they were aware of increasing numbers. Now, when they're looking at their portfolios, they're aware of the fact that the numbers have gone down. They have lost money, and their portfolios have taken a hit. But even with the big run-up from 2010, or essentially probably March or April of 2009 through 2020, the market was up almost 400%.
Yeah.
Yet even during that massive bull run, people's 401ks did not keep up.
Yeah.
And that's why we've got this retirement crisis. The crisis right now, it's a $7 trillion shortfall in retirement accounts. And even when things were going right, when inflation was basically at zero, interest rates were really low, we had that huge bull run. Even then, during that, what should be an ideal investing environment, people's retirement accounts didn't grow. And then when 2022 hit, we went through the pandemic in 21 or 20. The war in Europe started. We had the highest inflation that we've had in decades. And an additional $3.4 trillion was eliminated from 401ks and IRAs during that time period. So, yeah, we have a retirement crisis. And I think if you look at why, it's probably because of the way people are investing for retirement. What are they doing? Most people don't have a pension plan anymore, so you're counting on Social Security and then whatever savings you have, whatever you have in your 401k or your IRA.
So, Al, just to interrupt you for a second, you teach these investing classes. What do people get out of that? Say if somebody is looking to retire or planning to, when they come to these classes, what do they learn about it?
Well, first of all, you learn about what is the downside of the 401ks, what's impacting those accounts negatively, and what are the opportunities are for you in retirement accounts. One of the things that I guess I would say is if you want to make sure that your investments fail you, invest in the ones that have high fees. Oh, you already are? That's what most people are doing. Your 401k, your 403b, or if you're having somebody manage your IRAs, there are fees associated there that could take 50 to 75% of what you could have in retirement away from you. And we'll kind of go over those numbers in these classes so you can see that. But if that's the case, then how do you handle that? Well, number one, we can show you ways of reducing those fees or eliminating the fees. Best thing you can possibly do is eliminate fees in retirement. We'll show you how to do that. You can do that with a self-directed retirement account. In your 401k, your 403b, the only way you have the potential to benefit is if the market is going up. And in that case, maybe you'll get 3, 4, 5% a year. But what happens if the market's going down? What happens if we go through a bear market and the market is down 30, 40, 50, or 60%? You're exposed to 30, 40, 50, or 60% downturns in your portfolio. With that minimal amount of upside and that huge downside potential, that's a questionable investment if you're not doing it properly. Again, eliminating the fees is big, but what about being able to participate in a down market? In your traditional retirement account, you probably aren't able to do that. We'll show you ways of doing that, where you can benefit not just in an up market, but have the potential to benefit in a down market or a sideways market, and also have protection. The way that you can have protection in a 401k or 403b is virtually non-existent, but you can have almost the same thing as an insurance policy in a self-directed IRA, and we'll show you how to hedge even a 401k. There are ways of protecting yourself so what you work so hard for doesn't get taken away from you. There's ways of growing your retirement accounts and then also using it to generate income.
Yeah, and I think, when you teach these classes, a lot of people actually come up to you and ask, because you've helped so many people, even in your old career that you used to do
right.
Within the market, and now you're actually helping people do things differently so they have the opportunity to live the life how they choose to live at retirement. So if you want to come to one of these investing classes, when you text in and when you show up, make sure to, if you want to talk more about retirement strategies, you can ask Al when you come in. Text the word investing to the number 210-210. That's text investing to the number 210-210 for 2 tickets. Also, to get more information from good old Al. So, Al, with 401ks and IRAs, when they're managed, that's the real downfall. Mm-hmm. I think 401ks are great because it's really taught people how to save for their retirement. But the problem is it's not getting people to that promised land. So self-directing is what you're seeing a lot of people want to be able to learn more about, to eliminate fees. So in about 1 minute, Al, talk about why it's so important to eliminate fees in a retirement account.
Well, if you look at the fees that are involved, a lot of people don't even realize there are fees within a 401k. There can be as many as 15 to 17 different fees, most of which you will never see. But even if you look at a conservative number like 2%, that could have an impact of taking 50 to 75% away from you. Let's talk about why fees are so detrimental. It's not just each dollar that's taken away from you in a fee, but every dollar that's taken away could end up over time because of compounding be worth several thousand, maybe 10,000 or tens of thousands of dollars. That's taken away from you. So basically, you're being hit with negative compounding, which could cost you actually more than you end up having in your account. So fees are extremely important to understand. And, if you're getting huge returns in your portfolio, then maybe small fees aren't so bad. But are you, or are your returns pretty close to what is happening with the fees? If you're having 2, 3, 4% fees taken out and you're getting 3 to 5% returns and inflation is running high and really high now, the math doesn't turn out to be very good in your favor.
Well, think about the contributions. A lot of people, if the more money you have in a retirement account, the contributions could potentially just be paying the fee.
Yeah.
And that's what happens is people are contributing. So it looks like on paper that they're doing well, but it's really what they're saving. So if you're able to eliminate fees, continue to save, and then have opportunities to protect what you have, especially in this down market that we're seeing. But the big thing that I want to talk about in the next segment is the opportunities as this market goes down, because we want to talk about all the different aspects. And you're not going to hear that from your broker advisor. They're just going to tell you to stay the course because they want you in the market. It's called assets under management. keep you in the market, collect those fees. If you want to learn more about lowering fees or having the opportunity to maybe even eliminate them with your retirement account, we have these investing classes, and we talk about that. Bring these questions in. If you have questions in about your 401k, maybe you just want to have a better conversation with your broker or advisor. Text right now for 2 free tickets for an investing class at our local academy. This is a physical class, a physical place to learn how to trade and invest, how it actually works, the techniques and the concepts. We actually have 3 different classrooms here. Text investing to the number 210-210 right now. Text investing to the number 210-210 for 2 free tickets for this investing class at our local academy at Online Trading Academy. Coming up next in the home stretch, Al, we're going to talk more about those fees, but I really want to get into these great opportunities that we've been talking about. We've been seeing some great opportunities. Let's talk about what they are moving forward. This is Josh and Al, Investing with Confidence. We'll be right back.